Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at a mini smart projector that's really going to satisfy most of your portable projection needs. Let's go ahead and check it out. So as you can see, inside the box you have a really complete package. You have a projector which is very small, power cord, user guide, a little projector stand, you have an HDMI cable, and you have a remote control. Now, I personally enjoy these portable projectors because, first of all, they're very compact in size. In this case, this one has Android built in, so not only can it serve as a projector that's going to output images, that are coming from a Fire Stick, an HDMI source, could be, a DVD player if you're still using that kind of stuff, or any streaming device, but it also is incredibly portable. Here we have a Google Pixel XL. So this is the latest Pixel, and if we were to put it right on top of it, just to give you a sense of the size of this product, you'll notice that the Pixel XL is slightly taller. From a thickness perspective, the projector is a little bit thicker, but very, very portable nonetheless. Now, the projector itself has Android built in, and we're going to talk about the specs in a second, but let's take a look at all of the connections that we have here, or ports. So first of all, you'll notice that you have two USB ports that you can work with right here. You also then have your power, right? You have your audio, and you have HDMI. Here you have a venting system, you have your camera, and on this side you have a switch, and also the support for a micro SD. You have also your focus lens area here. Now this projector will automatically keystone, which means that depending on how your projector is, let's say the image is right here. If your projector is here in an angle, it automatically adjusts the image so that it looks flat. So you'll never see like the image up in an angle. So that's a really, really nice feature because it's something that you don't have to worry about. All you have to worry about is the focal point. Now in front here you do have, I don't want to call it a virtual mouse, but I would call it almost a virtual remote. So you definitely have your remote here that you can use for navigation, but if you don't have it, or for whatever reason don't care to take it out, what you can do is you can navigate up, down, left, right, and then hit OK. Here's your return button, you have your power button right here, and then you have again your different functions that are available. Now the back here, you notice that it's just a little speaker area because it does have a built-in speaker, and then you have the cooling vent here, as well as your tripod mount, which is using a standard tripod mount. So let's go ahead and power this little projector up so you can see what's going on, and let's talk about the specs as well. Alright, so let's talk about specs for a second. So this is running a quad-core chipset, and it's running Android 4.4. I'm told by the manufacturer that they are already working on an upgrade so that they will have it updated to Android version 7. It has 1 gig of RAM and 32 gig of storage in ROM. So you have projection technology here, obviously, which is DLP. You also have the fact that it upscales up to 1080p. This is not a 1080p projector, but it can upscale to 1080p, so you would have some decent imaging coming out of it. The brightness, again, because this is a pocket projector, it is relatively bright. I would say from a spec perspective, clearly what they say on their Amazon page, you're looking at under 1,000 lumens of projection brightness, but we'll see how that looks on screen. And as I mentioned, it does have that auto keystoning capability. From a video perspective, you can pretty much play MP3s, MP4s, MKVs. Obviously it's going to be based on what you are downloading or what you're trying to stream. So let's take a look at how it projects, and then that will give us a sense of the overall brightness. Now, to give you a sense of the overall image size, I'm looking at probably about 65-inch screen at this point. This could go up to 150 inches depending on the distance. So the further away it is from a wall, the larger the image is going to be. As you can see, I have all light sources off with the exception of one behind me. So this is the kind of brightness that you can expect from the actual projector itself. Now the remote itself is a line of sight remote, so you have to be pointing it towards the projector, and I just wanted to show you everything that you see there. So you definitely have YouTube, you have Netflix already available. Here's the App Center, and this is where, because it has Android on it, this is almost like a virtual PC at the same time, because if you do attach a keyboard and a mouse to it, it will work and allow you to get emails and just use this as a large screen type solution. You'll notice here these are all the apps that are already installed. So you do have Twitter, you do have also a browser, again YouTube, and just the native things necessary in order to run any kind of videos. You do also have, and let's go back up here to the beginning. Go back to home. You will also have some of the settings. So let's take a look at the settings and see what's inside. Now the setting menu is pretty straightforward. So here you have all your different connectivity and port information. So Wi-Fi, have that enabled. You have your display. Let's look at some of the display settings here. You can modify the font size, make the text a little bit larger if that's something that you'd like to do. You can adjust the brightness, and right now it's at full brightness. And again, we'll hit OK. Color temperature. You can change the way this projector projects. So this is a really cool option, because what you can do is you can change it so that it is either in front of the screen you're projecting or behind the screen you're projecting. So this is what they call rear projection. You could actually put it on a ceiling, and if it's on a ceiling and it's upside down, you can actually have that rotate as well. But the significance here is, especially for the holidays, there's all these things that you can project on a window. I do this personally myself for Halloween and also for during Christmas, where you can have snow coming down from the inside of your home, and you can even have Santa Claus walking around. So there's a lot of things that you could do with that, where you can put this as a rear projection so that the image is rotated correctly. So again, just some really neat features, things that you find in advanced type projectors. You have auto rotation of the screen. You have that Keystone capability, so the screen is always going to be flat, and then you could do also some of the manual stuff if that's something that you want to be able to do. Now, you do have some sound settings here. So under sound, you can adjust the volumes. Again, this is a device that is going to give you a lot of flexibility because it does have an onboard speaker. And let's go into kind of like the Wi-Fi connections here, because I want to show you this. The product also does support Bluetooth. So even though the speaker itself is decent for personal hearing, even if I'm on my own, I would still connect it to a Bluetooth speaker. And the reason for connecting to a Bluetooth speaker is so you can get, again, that more full, rich sound that you would get from there. So this is, if you're going to use this for outside camping, if you're going to use this for just, in a backyard type setting, having a Bluetooth speaker is going to make it much, much more enjoyable. All right, so let's see what else. Let's look at the advanced settings just for a second. So this will give you a sense of what you can expect. So pretty much the same settings that you would expect on a Android device. And one of the things to realize is that as you connect USB drives, larger capacity drives, you'll be able to get information from those as well. So let's go ahead and look at what the playback looks like. Alright, so now to give you kind of a sense of what kind of video quality you should expect, I've queued up the upcoming movie trailer for the Thor Ragnarok. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. I'm going to get closer so you can hear the audio. It's pretty loud. Again, for a person, just a single person to listen to, it's not bad. It doesn't have any bass to it. It's more about mids and highs, probably a little bit more highs than anything else. But as you can see, it's not having a problem at all streaming this, and looks pretty good. And here's another sample. This is one of my videos. This is the first things that you should do about when you get the Gear Sport. We'll go ahead and bring this up to a larger screen format so you can see what you could expect. And once again, a lot clearer. Thor was a little dark, but you can see what this looks like, which is just your standard YouTube type content. So does really well, nice and clear. Really, again, a very enjoyable image. All right, the next thing I wanted to show you is, what is like your Netflix experience going to be like? So we're going to go ahead and click on Netflix just to show you the loading process. We won't go through it. You've already seen what the playback looks like. So this is going to give you a sense of, how long is it going to take for you to hit click and then start using Netflix. And that's very reasonable, I think, for a projector of this size. Again, something that you can have streaming from your mobile phone content, because you can also stream from your phone. Something you can use your phone's hotspot, and again, you could be anywhere looking at this content, because it does have a decent battery. The battery itself is going to give you around 3 hours of playback, so 2 to 3 hours, depending on the conditions and the brightness itself. So again, a lot of flexibility. So this completes my review of the Yuancin Smart Mini Projector. If you have any comments or questions about this product, leave in the comment area below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.